The baby dragon of the Death Sund, the planet Heliath 9, wasn't just hot, it was a furnace. A desert of molten orange dunes, boiling winds, and a sun so violent that even spacefaring species refused to colonize it. Only mining drones landed here, never living beings. But today, someone had left a living creature behind, a tiny one, a baby dragon. Its scales, normally bright emerald, were cracked and turning grey from dehydration. It lay curled beneath a slanted slab of metal, panting softly, its forked tongue limp and baked. It should have died within hours. It didn't, for one reason only. Humans are stubborn, and one human had found it. Asterisk, the human who shouldn't have been there. Jackson Hale, former terraforming engineer and current runaway from his own past, had crash-landed on Heliath 9 when his transport shuttle malfunctioned. His comms were fried, his supplies nearly gone, and his water pack leaking drop by drop. Any normal human would have panicked. Jackson. He sighed, wiped his forehead, and muttered, "Perfect, a death planet. Just what I needed on a Monday." As he scavenged his broken ship, he heard a sound. A soft, weak chirp. At first he thought the heat was playing tricks on him, but then it came again like a tiny squeak mixed with a cough. "That's not wind," he said. Following the noise, he found the metal slab, lifted it, and froze. A dragon. The little creature blinked up at him, eyes huge, gold, terrified. Then it tried to growl. It came out as a faint, croaky grip. Jackson stared. "Oh, buddy, you are not supposed to be here." He scanned the horizon. No ships. No footprints. No camps. Someone had dumped it here. On purpose. His jaw clenched. Who the hell abandons a baby on a death planet? Asterisk, a human's choice. He could walk away. He could save his water. He could focus on survival. He did in single quotes. Instead, he knelt, carefully lifting the dragon. Its body was hot, too hot. Its heartbeat weak. "You're burning alive," Jackson murmured. He uncapped his water canister. Only half remained. He hesitated. "You better be worth it, kid." He let the dragon drink. It didn't sip, it inhaled. In seconds, the canister was empty. Jackson blinked. "Wow, okay, you have no chill." The dragon gave a tiny burp of steam and nuzzled his palm. "All right," Jackson said softly. "Guess we're partners now." He wrapped the baby in the remains of his fireproof jacket and marched toward the wrecked shuttle. His mission changed. Not survive, save the dragon, asterisk. The sun that tried to kill them both hours passed. The temperature rose, the winds sharpened, and Jackson's body began to fail. He staggered forward, carrying the dragon tight against his chest. "You're heavier than you look," he panted. The baby winced and licked his chin, as if apologizing. "Don't worry, I got you." It felt strange to say it. Jackson hadn't said those words since his daughter, a memory he had buried long ago. He shook it off and kept moving. Every few minutes he stopped to shield the baby with his own body when a heat flare burst from the horizon. His clothes scorched, his skin blistered. But the dragon survived, because humans break, but they don't quit. Asterisk, the hunters returned near dusk. A ship finally descended, sleek, black, marked with the sigil of the Zoth Dominioner, tyrannical dragon empire that treated lesser creatures as experiments. 3 armored Zoth soldiers disembarked. One sneered. "The hatchling still lives." "Unfortunate," the second nodded. "Good, we can test its resilience again." Jackson stepped out, shaking from heat exhaustion but standing tall. "Hold on," he rasped. This, your dragon. The Zoth laughed. No, it is no dragon. It is a defect hatchery, garbage. Jackson's fists clenched slowly. You left a baby to die on this planet. It is unworthy of our bloodline, the leader said. Move aside, human. The creature belongs to the Dominion. The baby dragon whimpered, clinging to Jackson's shoulder. That was all it took. Jackson wiped cracked blood from his lip and said just one word. No. The Zoth aimed their plasma rifles. You refuse the Dominion. Jackson cracked his neck. Buddy, I'm from Earth. We don't take orders from cosmic lizard elitists. Humans fight dirty. The Zoth fired. Jackson dove behind his ruined shuttle, rolled, and yanked open a maintenance hatch. He grabbed a chunk of hypercoil cable, ripped it free, and hurled it toward the nearest Zoth. He didn't need accuracy, just contact, because hypercoil stored static like a battery. The coil struck armor, crack. Electricity exploded, slamming the soldier back unconscious. The others roared and charged. Jackson dodged, swung a metal panel, like a shield, absorbed a plasma blast, and smashed it into a Zoth's face. The third pinned him against the hull, claws digging into his throat. You die here, human. Jackson spat blood in its eyes, grabbed its rebreather tank, and twisted hard his SSS disbloom. The tank exploded, knocking them both apart. Jackson landed hard, coughing. The Zoth didn't get up. He wiped his mouth. I warned you, humans fight dirty. Asterisk. A dragon's first flame, but Jackson wasn't done. The first, Zoth, only stunned. Rose a-gaming his rifle at the baby dragon curled in the sand. Jackson's heart stopped. No, he sprinted. The Zoth fired. The beam struck the ground inches from the dragon. The baby trembled, and its eyes ignited with golden fire. A tiny gasp, a tiny spark. Then a cone of white-hot flame erupted straight into the Zoth's chest plate, melting metal like wax. The soldier collapsed. The baby chirped proudly. Jackson gaped. Okay, you're a flamethrower, noted. Asterisk, the truth of the baby dragon later, as Jackson repaired the Zoth ship enough to escape. He scanned the hatchling. What he found made his eyebrows shoot up. The baby wasn't a defect. Its genes were perfect. Too perfect. Engineered, someone had created a new dragon strain, but the Zoth feared it. Its flame potential, its intelligence, its rapid growth. They tried to erase the evidence by abandoning it. You're special, Jackson whispered. The baby curled into his arms, warm and safe. Humans don't abandon their own when their stolen ship finally lifted from the death planet. The baby dragon pressed its forehead against Jackson's chest. A bond formed permanent, when Jackson landed on a neutral station days later. The authorities demanded he surrender the hatchling. It belongs with its species, the officer argued. Jackson raised a brow. Its species tried to cook it alive. The Zoth will want it back. They can fight me. The Galactic Council may, I said. Jackson repeated quietly. They can fight me. The dragon nuzzled him again, tiny wings fluttering, and the officer, seeing that, dropped the argument. Asterisk, the legend begins in the months to come. Stories spread across the galaxy. A human wandering the stars with a baby dragon perched on his shoulder. A man who defied the Zoth dominion with nothing but broken metal, grit, and stubborn human heart. A dragon that breathed fire for the first time to protect its rescuer. They called Jackson the Sundifier and the baby dragon. The emberling of Earth. Wherever they went, good things followed. Oppression cracked. Tyrants trembled, and humans, once underestimated, became symbols of impossible courage. Because the galaxy learned a truth that day. Dragons may be born from flame, but humans are forged in it. Asterisk.